Gukesh beating Magnus Carlsen. It will no longer be surprising. It is no longer surprising. Norway chess, Superbet Rapid and Blitz in Croatia. It's shown now that Magnus's dominance is kind of being questioned. But Magnus Carlsen's words have always managed to ensure Gukesh brings out his best. Ever since 2024, when Gukesh qualified for the candidates, ever since that time until now, in June 2025, Magnus has not rated Gukesh highly. But there is a reason. Magnus is one of the bona fide greats of the sport. It started from the candidates, and in this video I'm going to tell you how Magnus Carlsen's negative barbs have often ensured Gukesh delivers a spectacular victory. I'll start out by comment number 1. Gukesh had qualified for the candidates. It was a very strong field. There was Fabiano Caruana, there was Jan Nepomniachtchi, there was Alireza Firouzja, there was Hikaru Nakamura, there was Pragg, Vidit and Gukesh. How would he do well in that? At that time, Magnus Carlsen mentioned, won't do poorly, but I don't think he will do well either. I can see him anywhere from +2 to -5. However, I didn't expect him to do this well at the candidates. What was the thing? -2, +2, -5? Gukesh won the candidates. That was the point in which you said, okay, maybe you are on to something really, really special. Because Gukesh from the candidates played the World Chess Championship match against Ding Liren. And in that, after 4.5, when you look at the current situation, Magnus once again weighed in. We have finally arrived at a point where Gukesh is not a favorite in this match anymore. We have as pure a 50-50 match at this point. Yet again, he didn't rate Gukesh very highly. He didn't give Gukesh that much of chances to win. He does it. Gukesh wins the World Chess Championship in one of the most epic encounters in the final round of the World Chess Championships. These 3 terms will always be etched in Indian sport history. RF2. And that's why 2 negative comments, 2 bad points, and Gukesh has won 2 major events. Now heading into Norway chess, I tried searching Magnus's timeline. I think this tweet is gone. Magnus had beaten Gukesh in the first classical match in Norway chess. He put out a quote from the wire. You come at the king, you best not miss. But then in the second round robin game, if you thought RF2 was epic, NE2 saw this viral moment of 2025. Magnus blundered, Gukesh pounced on it, and Magnus banged the table to lose for the first time in classical chess. Ironically, Magnus's king fell, but Gukesh's king did not fall, even in that table banging. 3 times the charm, right? 4th time, Magnus would have learned from this? No. Superbet Rapid and Blitz Zagreb, prior to this, Magnus Carlsen mentioned, Gukesh hasn't done anything to indicate that he's going to do well. I am playing one of the presumably weaker players in the tournament actually. That didn't age well. Because yesterday, Gukesh managed to beat Magnus Carlsen in Rapid also. 4 comments, 4 times Gukesh has managed to ensure that he converted this barbs into motivation and managed to beat the very best in the business. Now, to be fair to Magnus Carlsen, let us be very fair to him. He makes those comments, but he's got the legitimacy to do it. Because the numbers don't lie, his dominance doesn't lie. Magnus Carlsen is the ultimate chess player we have ever had, and we are glad to have witnessed it. But somewhere down the line, Magnus now will have to start taking responsibility for the fact that his comments are spawning a negative viewpoint and is encouraging racism from certain quarters of the Western world. This is where I think Magnus Carlsen needs to tone down certain rhetoric and ensure, yes, Gukesh is a worthy champion. And for that, because you decided to withdraw, acknowledge that at least. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.